Okay, good morning or good day, depending on what time of day it is for you. Um, so I've got about 4 or 5 songs lined up, and I'm just trying to decide what ones I want to do first, or what one I want to do first. Um, Ones I'm more familiar with. Kind of want to get the ones I'm less familiar with out of the way first, but I also want to kind of come out strongly and at the beginning, especially for those who have not seen me do music or seen cover or seen, especially because this is music. Um, and when I went to try and go to the one song and the title and the playlist that I have open, which is where I discovered it actually, it went up a few that I'd already kind of either looked at or scrolled past, and a very interesting cover, or I don't know if I'd say it was a duet. It's more than two people, but I'll maybe address that when there's somebody here. Um, okay. Just trying to remember what tab I have that other one open in. Okay. Um, Part of me wants to sing the strongest though when or like I say, not only wants to do what I feel most confident with first, but also when there's somebody here. So it's always that temptation, so to speak, lack of a different word, of kind of saying I kind of want to wait, keep my energy for the performance, and wait for somebody to be here while alive. Usually that's not very long. It varies. Um, so if I seem like I'm going to do that, and I think I might, and you see this after the fact, you're welcome to skip ahead. Um, and yeah, um, hopefully enjoy the songs that you do hear. Now, is this it? I guess it is. Yeah. Okay. Um, but I'm gonna. Is this the song? Yeah, it is. Yeah, yeah. And there's one song that's kind of special to me in a way. People might have mixed feelings about hearing a guy do it, but whatever. But at the same time, I don't know if I like the song or the words in it. No, sorry, I'm trying to use up the last some the stuff. I should be using this one when I'm podcasting. Anyway, if I like the words in it enough to sing it. Um. Well, with this first one that I'm not as familiar with, which is at the top, because whether they're sitting by themselves or they're around people, you know, it's always feel the feels, and that's fine. And so, but I understand that people, I don't want to, don't want to be. I mean, I don't know. I feel mixed. Like it's like because I don't know this song might make people cry, but then there's a couple other fun songs I have lined up, and then we'll go from there. Um, but I don't have a lot of time. In fact, I may have an interruption, but depending on what I've gotten performed in this that I've planned and how it's doing, I might kind of multitask a bit. Um, you know, the thing about this is this the concept and theme of the song is relatable. It I would say is a fairly standard melody, especially a country melody, or I don't know. I think that's what we would say. Just thinking that my hat, I think it's got a little squished thing beside me in bed the other night, um, or it just I don't know. It just looks a little bit different than usual. It looks like it's I guess that's okay. So yeah, this is but we all relate to it, and I think the melody is easy enough that I think I could pull it off. So maybe I'll start with this one, and then we'll kind of work our way up, at least with the three that I had planned. The second one would be a little bit more upbeat and kind of, you know, slightly a different theme. And then the third one will be even more upbeat because it's kind of a I think you could call it a maritime type of feel, or a West Coast, not necessarily a swing or a swing, but something like that. So okay, so let's just give this a try. This is Ryan Larkin's, but yes, the one, and I'm gonna have to do it a cappella because I couldn't find the chords or the karaoke for it. And the interesting combo that I was talking about was Florida Georgia Line and Backstreet Boys. It's kind of interesting that showed me that. Sometimes I could think of them at the end of the playlist, but then I click one near the bottom where it showed me, and then it starts showing me more. So, okay, so it is a lyric video. I had the captions on too, but they were, of course, giving typos sometimes. But let's just give this a try. I don't know about having the actual music playing. That's the thing. At least not very loud. And what it was that made me, the thought crossed my mind, might have been that box of memories I haven't seen in quite some time. Faded pictures of long lost friends, grandma's postcards from the beach. Kind of get me thinking how cool it would be if heaven had a mailbox. I'd be writing nonstop, sending up an airmail letter every day. We would. Up there to Gold Street, a white post and some concrete, right in front of those pearly gates. I'd like that a lot. Yeah, man. If heaven had a mailbox. What if you know? Just kidding. No, but seriously, it's a tender song. I could tell my best friend the things I never got to say. Still can. Like it ain't the same without you. I think about you every day. Could shoot a note to God. Say, saying thanks for all you do. Look forward to getting up there. P.S. Hope it ain't soon. Well, if heaven had a mailbox, I'd be writing nonstop. Sending up an airmail letter every day. Up there to a Gold Street, white post in concrete, right in front of those pearly gates. Some music for a minute. I'd like that a lot. If heaven, yeah, man, heaven had a mailbox, had a mailbox. So send the letters of balloons up to the sky. You know, I'll see him again when I reach the other side. But until then, it should be nice. If heaven had a mailbox, I'd be writing nonstop, sending up an airmail letter every day. Up there to Gold Street, white post in some concrete, right in front of those pearly gates. I'd like that a lot. Yeah, man. If heaven had a mailbox, had a mailbox. Okay, so that wasn't too bad. Um, okay. Excuse me. Um, so I have two other songs lined up, so I guess I'll do those, and then we'll kind of see where we're at with things. Like if people have just tuned in and they're enjoying it, or it's somebody that I'm whether I'm familiar with you or not, actually, and you know you're enjoying the music and seeming like you want to be here to have a little visit, then I'd be silly to wrap up. But I do know that we're watching for something to be delivered, and not only does it have to go into the fridge, but I don't really want it sitting out on our front deck, especially today, because the area is a bit busier with something else going on. So, I'll do the next song, and then I'll probably check and see where we're at, or see if it's here rather. Um, but yeah, I think I kind of alluded to it in the title. The way that that song can kind of come around. If you're familiar with my content, you also know. It's also interesting that the other person in the house was playing some classical music this morning. I don't know what it was, but if I had to guess, where did I put that book? I guess it's this book. And I put the pages in the. It's one of those long classical songs. I think, no, he was playing the Gladiola Rag, but it was before that, I think. There was somebody very briefly there. Maybe Leola or Eugenia. It didn't really sound like right. It was very nice though. And I went and stood over by the stairs, and we happened to have a picture of a loved one there, and that passed away quite young, and it's found a way to it's found its way over here to the piano this morning, and very ironically, because there's a place, I don't know how specific I should be, but there's a place that runs some groups in that, and we had tried to give them some art for their wall because somebody was saying something about, we should each bring in a piece of art we wouldn't mind parting with, for the wall, because they're a little bare, although they sometimes use them to project videos on. And I think that's our delivery. Of course, they can be late sometimes. We don't mind. They're actually 3 minutes after the time. Anywho, but that's okay. I can finish storytelling at the same time. So it works. I don't know if I want to keep this. I do and I don't. I could have waited, but I was eager to start. I do have to go briefly out later too. So just a moment, please. Again. See, I thought I'd get all the songs in too. Nobody's here anyway, so it's all good. Once they get here, whether they're familiar with me or not, and they are enjoying themselves, in the content. Okay. Yeah, it was a bit risky to put the laptop on top of the thingy like that, but facing that way. But so, I mean, there's always people that will watch after. That's the thing. Like, so part of me feels like, well, I guess part of me feels I'm going to be exerting enough energy. They don't often staple it, but. And I do apologize about the noise of the paper bag. I might just do what is most important to get put away, to be quite honest. I know that. I don't know if that was one of the things or not because I don't usually get this. I've never seen a cabbage this shape, by the way. Have you? I'm just not a big, I'm not a big meat eater necessarily, but we don't have to get hugely into that kind of thing. But it's a Napa cabbage. Okay, I don't really. I don't. I don't. Man, I eat a lot of carbs. That's what I do. You're like, if you're not familiar with vegetables, super muchly or whatever, and you don't eat a lot of meat, what are you eating? A lot of carbs. But I don't know, and it's just not something I would buy for myself, so I'm not used to seeing it this like this. Part of me wants to let the dog down. I don't feel like he'd be in the way. But he might. Yeah, so I was gonna say thank you for not filling the base too much because he pretty much didn't. So, but yes, I'm sensitive to the sounds of these bags too. So, and I'm just looking too, and I'm thinking if there's some I don't have to do right now, they don't have to rush to the fridge, then they won't. They also usually don't staple them, so it's taking a bit more to open them. I don't know why they did that this time, but yeah, these two things are probably okay not going right in, but I also haven't really had breakfast, so I should probably eat something. Okay, so we got somebody here. We just got a delivery, so I have one other bag to look at, and it's not super full. But I was talking about, okay, and you left. You're probably thinking, why are you YouTubing that? Well, I'm YouTubing a lot of things, so just so happens that that came a little earlier than I thought it would, honestly. So I'll do that. I don't know why he orders those weird chips. Then we gotta talk about get those up there. So many juices. Oh yeah, I guess those. I wonder if I want to have those for lunch. Quite possibly. They're still frozen right now. Yeah, quite possibly. I'm trying to think of birthday. And, it's kind of special things like that. I don't know. And Hilda, I suppose. Okay, so perfect timing. I just kind of finished another task that distracted me. So now I'm going to do at least a couple more songs. We'll see if I end up doing more than that. But yeah, so anyway, basically, a little earlier I was mentioning and you left. So, and anybody I'm only 18 minutes in. So anybody who sees this afterwards would hopefully be here from when I said it before. And yeah, basically, and it was a place that I connect with this loved one who passed away. And we had given them, they weren't framed and they would have had to have been taped up, which may or may not have ruined the wall. But because I was there a little while afterwards, I think I was going in for something else. And yeah, it's just too awkward to contact that man. I don't know if that's a face with mine. I mean, she was saying that her daughter works there, but I'm going to wait a little bit sooner to that workshop, which is still quite some time away. I mean, it'd be nice to have a bit more connection before then, but you never know. So I mean, I guess I kind of, and before where the weather's still decent. But anywho, yesterday this wasn't the case. I guess it was in a book or over there, and it's not the best example because some of them are colored, but the other person in the house makes these kind of things. Again, it's not the nicest example, but it's not terrible. And it's ironic that it was sitting here when I came to put, and the person was there for a few seconds, when I came to put this there, because just the connection, which hopefully I explained decently. If not, I know what I meant. Okay. I don't know why. It's not like has been that active yet today. It's just after 9 in the morning, but my throat's a little bit sore. I could get too quiet, but yeah. But okay, that's taken care of. At least doing one podcast a day. Maybe later I'll do another one. Not sure. I sometimes find it hard to find inspiration for songs, and it's weird. I like a lot of music, but I sometimes struggle to think them up. So unless it's being suggested to me or YouTube shows me a playlist, and even then, um, I don't know. I mean, it's hard to explain why that's sometimes slow to give me ideas, but it is. I mean, so like some of them this morning were short clips of The Voice. So I mean, the show. So I mean that may have been why. Otherwise, I'm not really sure. But I kind of want to do this other funny one first, and there's some mild irony in general because of another conversation the other day. But the other person in the house was getting ready to take the dog out for a walk before bed, and randomly started singing this song and said, "I don't know if you probably don't know that." It says, "Oh yeah, it's from my childhood. Used to sing it in school all the time." So I got just kidding. Um, but it's a fun little ditty that I haven't heard in ages, but I think I could pull this off. Not pulling it off, just kidding. But I'm a free spirited, no filter. The past things. I appreciate it. Small things anyway. But yeah, so I mean, speaking of not quite that, yeah, there's a part of me that wants to do this one because there's nobody here right now, and it's not that people wouldn't enjoy it, and it might be nostalgic for some. Um, it feels like a very kind of random, definitely very random song choice. But when it came up last night and I was able to find the lyrics for it and the chords, I thought, why not? Resonates a little bit, could be fun, and like I say, it's nostalgic. Um, so this is Eyes. No chords, eh? Eyes that builds the boat, eyes that buys, sails her, eyes that buy the kitchen, brings it home to life. If your partner sell it to low, if your partner Charlie Brown, which I thought was Charlie Brown when I was remembering it. Folk who drill and gate more, harbor all around the circle. Sides and rise to cover your flavor lyrics, but cake and tea for supper. That's not so weird. Comes in the spring of the year. That was a song I heard this morning. Oh, it wasn't that Sheran song. I might try and find it. Oh, but there's a weird one. If your partner's selling to know, Sally Brown, we're gonna be harbor all around the circle. This is gross. Anytime, I would say, like, and I feel the song less, but whatever. Like a button, is that we don't wanna miss stuff. You get the idea. Kind of curious what this chord progression sounds like. I took flight to a dance as fast as she could travel. Every step that she could take was up to gravel. Huh? Tell her I'm the man that gets the fish. But the poor fish. And I don't like it. Anyway, now that that's out of the way, if nobody's still here, she's saying, sure, look at me there. Cover it up. You of course, I'll see if there's viewers at the top there, but then I don't know which picture I like best. But and then do the song and come back. I'm here. We're all here. Okay, good to know. I mean, thanks for the reminder. I didn't need to reload that for some reason. But here we go. Maybe I'll send it. But yeah, because of that, that'll maybe not though. In case it's sensitive topic. Loving can hurt. Yeah, loving can hurt sometimes. But it's the only thing that I know. When it gets hard, I know it gets hard sometimes. Yes, it's the only thing that makes us feel alive. Keep loving, floating. I get this melody or something. Memories of love, the name comes up. Eyes are never closing, hearts are never broken. I'm forever standing still. So you can keep me inside the pockets of your rib jeans, holding me close until eyes meet. Never be alone. Come home. I mean to trigger anybody to feel the feels. Loving can heal. Cause yeah, loving can mend the soul. It's the only thing that I know. Oh, yes, where it will get easier. Know that it will be piece of you. It's the only thing with us when we die. Make these memories for ourselves. Eyes were never closing, hearts were never broken. Time forever standing still. You can keep the picture inside of the pocket of your ripped jeans. Run closer till the eyes meet. You won't ever be alone. Baby, only words bleed. Pages that just hold me. Will never let me go. Waiting for you to come home. Wait for you to come home. Wait for you to come home. Wait for me to come home. Oh. Seems the same pattern too as this other song. With the fire you got. You got. Now you make me shiver. You can leave me inside the necklace of it. So you got me when we're 16, next to your heartbeat where it should be. Keep bit deeper than your soul. If you hurt me, that's okay, baby. Only words bleed. Pages of me, never let you go. Why do you be you and loving me? I remember under the lamp of back in 63. You whispered in the bow. I think I've sang at karaoke, and I think I've also probably done it on the guitar, which I'm still giving my finger a couple more days to heal before I go back to the guitar. I am going to do that one other Ed Sheeran song. If you have requests, the person came for like a minute or so and left. Thinking I said I was going to do another Ed Sheeran song. They're like, again? No, they're like, that guy, I hate him. That's an Ed Sheeran, hopefully not me. I don't know. I don't maybe like him or get him as much as some people, but at the same time, how can you hate him? For me. Just kidding. I mean, but seriously. Anywho, so I'm going to do Shiver because I think that'll be fun to do on the piano. And then at least I'm going to try to. I had, like I say, I feel like I've struggled to find it before, but I don't know why I would because it should be there. It should be. You should be here. Me here. Shooby dooby dooby doo. Okay. And autumn leaves, maybe I'll try and learn that because that season is kind of, leaves haven't even changed colors. I really started falling here, but I did see um, colored leaf on the sidewalk the other day, which was kind of, yeah, a little bit early. Thankfully, our summer is lasting, pretty nicely. Our spring kind of started late. And like even just a couple weeks ago, things were still just starting to bloom. Anyway, I'm gonna do at least one other song. If you do have a song request or you have a topic request, I mean, I might be willing to entertain it for a bit. Um, but I'm just looking through a bunch of songs, alphabetical, trying to get to the S's for the song that I'm looking for. I could do other ones along the way, I suppose. I'm in the M's at the moment. Only if they like really kind of um, you're left. They're like, oh, I hate M's. It's my least favorite letter. Reminds me of my mom. Just kidding. No, but I mean, I don't mean to. I don't mean to for that to come across the wrong way. I mean, not all of us have good parents, or we have one parent, perhaps some other that isn't the greatest, or I don't know. I mean, that's a topic. That's a topic we can maybe talk about, but um, it would have been more preferred to live chat. But you're not here, sort of. And I just think that that's really interesting that he or me do that song or jam with me on that song. Not that way, but anyway. Didn't I just do? Yeah, I did. So I was like, is that what that song was called? I'm pretty sure. Certainly mentioned photograph in it. Um, Sapphire apparently is one that also has like a Punjab or Middle Eastern connection to it. But I listened to it the other day and I didn't notice that. The version I found, anyway. Um, Maybe I'll try and learn Saturday for Saturday. Okay, there's a Punjab version, and then there's also not. I guess I'll probably check out lives. I mean, I have a gazillion things open, but it's nice to chat on lives, whether they're mine or someone else's. Um, I've just never known if review would be. I mean, I know lots of people do it on YouTube, that song, and lots of stuff, but I just don't know if that would be kosher. Thought I was seeing a ukulele tab for which would have sure been interesting. I might have to look that up, see if anybody has done that. They probably have. Okay. Well, the intro is not those same chords that we were just looking at, but I mean, this is the picture that's handy. I mean, there's other ones, but I'm just going to wait a few minutes to see if anybody tunes in. Picking up at 355, but whatever. Five and dime. It's a fairly uppity song, so I think I should be okay with the AC on. I'm just wondering, do I want socks on? I have these shoes on, which keep my feet a little bit warmer. And yeah, some of the words are pretty strong in this. And I guess maybe it is kind of a love song too, I suppose. But yeah, actually, it really is, which is probably why I one time I did a karaoke version, and sometimes you seem to be able to do those, and it records fine. But this one it didn't, and then I think other times it's been kind of for that reason. But I'm going to do it. And if you have another song request, let me know. But here is scrolling. No. Took an arrow to the heart. Never kissed a mouth like that. Strawberries and something more. Oh yeah, I want it all. Stick on my guitar. Up the engine, we can drive real far. Go dancing beneath the stars. Oh yeah, I want it all. You got me feeling like I wanna be that guy. You got wanna smile, wanna feel like I. My soul's on fire, I wanna stay up all day and all night. Yeah, you got me singing love. Should have done that because now I've messed myself up. Okay. I love it when you do it like that. Get it close up, give me shivers. Wanna dance till the sunlight cracks. When you say the party's over, then we bring it right back to the car. I can't get enough. Back together to my heart. Never thought I could love this hard. I can't get enough. You got me feeling like I wanna be that guy. Wanna kiss those eyes. Wanna drink that smile. Wanna feel like God. My soul's on fire. Wanna stay up all day and all night. Ooh, you got me singing like I love it. Bring it right back. Say, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Sunlight great. Party's over, then we bring it right back. Let it. This would be something like yeah. So there's that. I know it's a well. It's. I hope it wasn't an awkward song to hear because it kind of has Love it every. I feel like there was at first I didn't think there was pussy, and then there was the one there until like literally a minute after because it's only been about that long. So it's been a bit underwhelming this time around, as it sometimes is. Nobody's here enjoying it, and I don't really have other ideas. But I do know. You know, it's a pretty big sounding instrument, so it's pretty easy to hear it. Anyway, this is the one book that got the other day that I really didn't look at that closely, and I'm just wondering if there might be something in it to do. You know, there should be love. There should be activity and love happening here in 40. You know, within the 41 minutes, but there isn't, and you know, it's not my fault. I know that much. Um, and considering he has a song called that, I'm thinking probably not. And so, I'll keep it rolling until I end up back at the couch, and I guess we'll see if anybody joins me there. I know that not to sound silly or whatever, but on the podcast, I mean. Not to sound silly on the podcast, but joins me on the podcast. And I'm going to spill water on myself because my the lid of my water bottle was not on tight. Luckily, it didn't seem to get myself too much. It seemed to get this blanket a little bit more, though. So, I don't think I'm ready to go and do my other errand yet. No, especially with the store. Let me just see. Is there anything else here? What is tonight? Hi there. I just doing a podcast. It's been pretty quiet for 40 minutes, and all over the world, all kinds of different time zones and people in different life situations. So I really aside from there being a lot on YouTube, I really don't get it. But I do thank you, and would have been nice to perform, but you're probably just got to work, and your mother-in-law. Yeah, you probably done your break. Well, we had some kind of unexpected rate increases on some bills, so we probably aren't going to do any more of the festival. We did get to at least one. It would have been nice to have gotten to another. I think I might research some of them on YouTube and maybe try and create them from home, though, and find entertainment kind of connected to those. Yeah, and my plans are really just during the day. So, which I know kind of a little bit rare for me lately, but and I mean not like I wouldn't have been able to fit it in. I mean, two of them have already happened now, but um, what's tomorrow? Right. Oh, right. So, did you reach your dad yet? I don't want to stop the podcast yet. I mean, I know that I can. I wonder, although both of the names are a little bit triggering names, but I wonder if there's yeah. But then the one it's showing me, I mean, I don't know if I'd call it a positive song or not. Um, Mildly curious about this one, which is ironically called Yeah. So it's kind of like, should I cover it? Yeah, maybe, but I don't know it yet. It is, if you might know it, by a guy named Joe Nichols. 35, 26 minutes ago, after 35. Hopefully, all's okay there. Curious if you remember me. And yeah, that's like I do with my account. So um, for this one, but happy to have you here. So we got somebody just tuned in. I was just taking care. I wonder if I should do that song because it does kind of make me think about it. I don't. I don't know what I think about it. The theme of it is kind of, I guess I would say, marriage and friendship. Um, Mild trigger for me just because of where I learned of it. And I'm curious who does it because if I don't do that song, I wonder if I might. America. Is it American we have watching? Doesn't have to be, but just wondering. It can be from anywhere. It's all good. I don't know if I know that much of their music, to be honest. Um, was it this morning I thought of Tyson though? Because that might make it forget. So maybe I'll do this one because you've tuned in. You've been here for a couple minutes, and I've done the other songs I have planned. I'm open to suggestions, but I'll try this one. It's an old song, kind of country rock. But yeah, so I'll go back to the piano and I'll do it. And I'm curious if you know it and what you think of it. And I'll try not to think of the one thing it makes me think of. I'm going to just put the piano on here, though, or the piano, and you left. So is it worth it? I don't know. Do I want to do it or not? One thing that I will say, somebody either came back or is here. One thing I will say is, although not a lot lately, I have been blessed, or whatever you want to call it, to be able to perform at seniors' homes, a children's hospital once or twice. And the viewer left it like, well, I'm not a senior, so I guess this isn't. No, they didn't say that, but I mean, they did leave. Gotta wonder why. Anywho, but so that is nice that I have been able to do that. I don't want to seem like they did it for punishment. And I enjoyed those times, but as we get older, I guess sometimes we have to realize that, honestly and truly, some things last a long, long time and should, and there's, no reason why they shouldn't, but other things in our lives, whether it's a connection or whatever, I mean, I think that people should try for each other and, have empathy and try and make it work. It's hard. Eventually we all pass away, but eventually we all reunite is what I feel too. But it's, it's just things in general, it's kind of the way that things are sometimes, things, I'm sure we can all think of examples of things from our past. And this is a song from a group that I was in my past, a musical group. And the person left. It was there for like a second. It's like, I don't want to think about my past. That's not why I came here. Well, this could also be your present. I mean, I don't think I want to think about my past sometimes either, but, here I am. Here I am doing something. Anyway, so with all that said, do I want to do this song, especially since nobody's here? With the hopes that somebody may tune in during? I don't want people to get the wrong impression from it. And the band name, I mean, if you live there, then I mean, that's a constant reminder, I suppose. But I know that the state of the states, yes, is not great in a lot of people's opinions, pretty much myself included, although I'm not there, because of who. That's not why I'm not there. I've never lived there, but that's why it's not great, and that's why I wouldn't. Probably wouldn't even go there, to be honest. But yeah, so I don't know. I think I might know what song I was referring to, though. Although I don't really know why I thought of it. Oh, right, because I said correspondence, right. Well, back to the couch I go. I am kind of wanting to look at this playlist I have open, though, in case there might be. Oh, right. I wanted to listen to that. Well, I don't know if I do. I might want to listen to it on the way to trying to find other songs. But I think that's all I'm going to do for this one. I mean, it wasn't only music, but it was about 51 minutes. So that's pretty good, I think, for now. Thank you. Take care.